Hey Spotlight fam, and welcome back to Cyrus Spotlight. The news cycle is absolutely wild right now, and we've got some massive updates you absolutely cannot miss. From groundbreaking album releases that are defining a generation, to relationship dramas that are redefining the meaning of complicated, we're covering it all. Get ready, because the information you're about to get is hot, fresh, and straight from the pulse of what's happening. And even a deep dive into a film that's pushing comedic boundaries, we're covering it all. Don't blink, you might miss it. Stick around, because you're going to want to hear every single second of this. Don't blink, you might miss it. Stick around, because you're going to want to hear every single second of this. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. The sound of summer redefined. In a world often dominated by fleeting trends, the concept of a monoculture in music has become a relic of the past. Yet this past summer, a singular artist managed to capture the collective imagination, proving that a shared musical experience is far from dead. Sabrina Carpenter's latest album, Man's Best Friend, has not only dominated streaming charts and radio waves, but has also become a cultural touchstone, a soundtrack to countless summer memories. Carpenter, who has steadily built a dedicated fanbase over the years, has truly hit her stride with this release. Man's Best Friend isn't just a collection of catchy pop songs. It's a meticulously crafted body of work that explores themes of love, self-discovery, and the ephemeral nature of youth. Each track offers a distinct flavor, from upbeat anthems perfect for road trips to more introspective ballads that resonate with vulnerability. The production is slick, the songwriting is sharp, and Carpenter's vocal performance is nothing short of captivating, showcasing a maturity and depth that belies her years. Critics have lauded the album for its cohesive sound, noting how it successfully blends contemporary pop sensibilities with a timeless quality. The lead single, in particular, has been praised for its infectious melody and relatable lyrics, quickly becoming a fan favorite and a staple on playlists worldwide. Beyond the music itself, the album's release has been accompanied by a significant cultural moment. Social media platforms have been abuzz with discussions, fan theories, and creative interpretations of the album's themes and imagery. This widespread engagement has fostered a sense of community among listeners, transforming the act of enjoying music into a shared experience. Analysts are pointing to Man's Best Friend as a prime example of an artist achieving peak cultural relevance. In an era of fragmented listening habits, Carpenter has managed to create a unifying sound that resonates across diverse demographics. This success is not just a win for the artist, but a testament to the enduring power of pop music to bring people together and define the soundtrack to our lives, especially during those unforgettable summer months. The album's impact is undeniable, cementing Carpenter's status as a major force in the music industry and leaving an indelible mark on the summer of music. But what happens when the music stops and real-life drama takes center stage? Get ready, because our next story is about to unravel a complex web of relationships that's anything but simple. An unconventional path to happiness. In the intricate landscape of modern relationships, the traditional narrative of love and commitment is constantly being challenged and redefined. This past week, a film has emerged that dives headfirst into the complexities of modern romance, exploring the unconventional choices individuals make in their pursuit of happiness and connection. The film, currently playing at the Roxy, offers a candid and often humorous look at the dynamics of an open marriage and the ripple effects it can have when friendships and romantic entanglements begin to blur. The story centers on Carrie, a good-natured individual who, reeling from a sudden divorce request from his wife Ashley, seeks solace with his friends, Julie and Paul. To his surprise, he discovers that his friends' seemingly perfect union is built upon the foundation of an open marriage. This revelation becomes a catalyst for a series of events that push the boundaries of friendship, trust, and personal desire. The film doesn't shy away from the inherent awkwardness and emotional turbulence that arise when lines are crossed, particularly when Carrie finds himself drawn to Julie, leading to a situation that tests the very definition of fidelity and commitment within their social circle. Directed by and starring Michael Angelo Covino, Alongside a compelling cast including Dakota Johnson, Kyle Marvin, and Adria Arjona, the film is being hailed as an unromantic comedy. This label, however, belies the emotional depth and sincerity with which the narrative unfolds. While the premise is ripe for farcical situations, the creators have grounded the story in relatable human emotions, exploring themes of jealousy, insecurity, and the universal desire for connection. The performances are lauded for their nuanced portrayals of characters grappling with their desires and the consequences of their choices. Johnson, in particular, brings a captivating presence to her role, navigating the complexities of her character with both comedic timing and emotional authenticity. The film's exploration of an open relationship is not presented as a simple solution, but as a complex arrangement that requires constant communication, honesty, and a deep understanding of oneself and one's partner. The narrative skillfully weaves together romantic, sexual, and platonic dynamics, prompting audiences to consider the multifaceted nature of human relationships. The film's witty script and the cast's willingness to delve into the more uncomfortable aspects of their characters' lives have made it a standout, sparking conversations about modern love and the evolving definitions of partnership. It challenges viewers to look beyond societal norms and consider the diverse ways individuals seek fulfillment and happiness. Audience reactions have been a mix of laughter and contemplation, with many praising the film for its bold approach and relatable portrayal of relationship struggles. Critics are noting its success in balancing humor with genuine emotional resonance, making it a thought-provoking and entertaining cinematic experience. The film's honest depiction of complex relationships has resonated deeply, sparking discussions about the nuances of intimacy and commitment in contemporary society. But is this exploration of unconventional relationships purely for the big screen, or does it reflect a broader societal shift? Stay tuned, because our next story dives into the critical reception and the deeper meaning behind this much-talked-about film. An honest look at unconventional love. In a cinematic landscape often saturated with predictable romantic tropes, a new film has arrived, boldly self-describing as an unromantic comedy. Yet, beneath this provocative label lies a surprisingly earnest and deeply human exploration of relationships, honesty, and the often complicated journey of self-discovery. This film, currently making waves and available for viewing, offers a refreshing and humorous perspective on modern love, challenging conventional notions and finding genuine connection in unexpected places. The narrative unfolds around Carrie, a man blindsided by his wife Ashley's request for a divorce. Seeking refuge and advice, he turns to his close friends, the seemingly idyllic couple Paul and Julie. It is here that Carrie stumbles upon the secret to their harmonious existence, an open marriage. This revelation, however, quickly leads to a complicated entanglement when Carrie, seeking comfort and perhaps a temporary escape from his own marital woes, crosses a perceived line by becoming intimate with Julie. The film masterfully navigates the ensuing emotional fallout, exploring whether Carrie's actions constitute a breach of trust within their friend group, even within the framework of an open relationship. What sets this film apart is its commitment to portraying its characters with multidimensional depth. While they may exhibit unlikable traits or engage in frustratingly complex behaviors, the audience is drawn to them because of their grounding in relatable human experiences. The script, penned by Michael Angelo Covino, who also directs and stars, is celebrated for its wit and its ability to explore the romantic, sexual, and platonic facets of the characters' relationships. The lead quartet, Kyle Marvin as Carrie, Adria Arjona as Ashley, Michael Angelo Covino as Paul, and Dakota Johnson as Julie, deliver performances that are both empathetic and aware, skillfully navigating the delicate balance between vulnerability and self-preservation. Kyle Marvin excels as the well-meaning but morally ambiguous Carrie, whose decisions are often misguided despite his belief in their righteousness. Covino's Paul, initially appearing somewhat sleazy, is revealed to be just as clueless, driven by a deep love for his wife, despite his projected confidence. Dakota Johnson shines as Julie, showcasing her signature dry humor and aloofness, portraying a character who, despite appearing mature, is susceptible to emotional impulses. Adria Arjona brings a vibrant energy to Ashley, whose desire for divorce stems from a need for self-exploration rather than a lack of love for Carrie. The film also features a memorable turn from Charlie Gillespie as Jackson, a musician who enters Carrie's life, adding another layer to the unfolding dynamics. The film's exploration of evolving relationship practices and sexual identities is handled with remarkable earnestness and respect. This grounded approach allows the heightened comedic elements to land with greater impact. While it may call itself an unromantic comedy, its realistic portrayal of coupling dynamics makes it surprisingly relatable and, ironically, quite romantic. It resonates not necessarily because viewers have experienced open relationships, but because it depicts a group of adults who clearly care for each other, navigating their personal growth and figuring themselves out. This journey of self-discovery, set against a backdrop of evolving societal norms, is what makes the film a compelling and moving experience. Splitsville is currently screening, offering audiences a chance to engage with a film that thoughtfully examines the intricacies of love and commitment in the modern world. This in-depth look at the film's narrative and themes is fascinating, but what about the creative minds behind it? Get ready to go behind the scenes as we hear directly from the director about his inspirations and process. Navigating the absurdity with emotional truth. In the realm of contemporary cinema, Michael Angelo Covino's latest directorial effort, Splitsville, stands out as a riotous, emotional dramedy that boldly tackles the complexities of honesty and intimacy within relationships. Having garnered significant acclaim following its debut at Cannes and subsequent festival screenings, the film is now poised to captivate a wider audience, offering a unique blend of humor and heartfelt exploration. Covino himself sat down to discuss the inspirations behind the film, the collaborative process with his talented cast, and his commitment to ensuring that even the most boundary-pushing comedy remains tethered to emotional authenticity. The genesis of Splitsville, Covino explains, stemmed from observing the evolving conversations around open marriage among his peers. A lot of friends, people that I'm close with, and certainly the subject comes up a lot lately, and open marriage is a point of discussion, he shared. However, the intention wasn't a clinical examination of the practice itself. Instead, it served as a fun jumping-off point for characters who present themselves that they have it all figured out. But at the end of the day, there's a childlike emotional jealousy to them, and that comes out. This relatable human element, the disconnect between outward presentation and inner vulnerability, became the kernel of the story, exploring how jealousy and happiness intersect within 4 distinct characters. Covino acknowledges the film's capacity to be both very, very funny and discomforting, a balance achieved through the cast's committed performances. He views the escalating comedic and emotional tension, particularly in a memorable fight scene between himself and Kyle Marvin, as a tool. "It helps you go further," he stated. "I think when you're rooted deeply in an understandable universal human emotion, you know this isn't good. You know I'm not going to process it well, and then it's just about escalation and how far can this go. It's all tethered to a deeply understandable human emotion." This grounding in shared human experience, Covino believes, grants the film the latitude to explore more extreme scenarios without losing audience buy-in. Directing himself while simultaneously embodying a character prone to unlikable moments presented a unique challenge. Covino's approach prioritizes understandable empathy over likability. Characters you can least empathize with, that you can at least say, "Oh, I get why they're doing this," he explained. He finds that emotional roots provide the foundation for pushing comedic and character boundaries. His own character, despite being an asshole at times, is loved because he is trying his best, a nuanced portrayal stemming from a deep understanding of insecurity. Covino sees Splitsville as a spiritual successor to his previous film, The Climb, both delving into themes of male insecurity and emotional avoidance. While The Climb depicted grown-ups who were really just children flailing, Splitsville portrays grown-ups who are really trying hard to make sure everyone knows that they're grown-ups, but they're still children. It's a further exploration of the pretense of maturity versus underlying immaturity. He also highlighted the invaluable contributions of Dakota Johnson and Adria Arjona. Covino believes that greatest creativity comes out of friction, and both actresses pushed hard for their characters, enhancing the collaborative process. Johnson's strong opinions and understanding of her character, and Arjona's willingness to push her character's boundaries, added layers of authenticity and excitement to the filmmaking. I hope the movie does well, but even if it ushers in just the slightest bit of inspiration for movies like this to be made, Covino concluded, expressing a desire to see more films that are constantly shocking you, surprising you, making you laugh. From chart-topping albums to complex cinematic narratives, we've covered a lot of ground today. But before we sign off, let's do a quick recap of the biggest stories. From chart-topping albums to complex cinematic narratives, we've covered a lot of ground today. But before we sign off, let's do a quick recap of the biggest stories. Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend has redefined summer anthems, proving pop music can still create a cultural moment. Splitsville is challenging audience perceptions with its honest and humorous take on open marriages and modern relationships. Get ready for more deep dives and breaking news. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Cyrus Spotlight for all your essential updates, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the know. Follow us on all social platforms for behind-the-scenes content and more. We'll see you in the next one.